Good morning. A space of nothing exists. A space of it cannot be expressed. We just tell there is nothing there exists. One can experience it. The thing is, we don't give value to that. The world doesn't give value to that. Because actually there only is the rest, the peace. To give oneself one moment to be detached from concerns in the life. Make that obvious, that no place obvious. Here is the peace. It is not by fixing some circumstance or events in the manifestation. Because you can have some moments of peace, of course, in the manifestation, but it's always opposite to noise and busyness. Here, this rest, which is natural to you, to anyone, includes everything. It doesn't fall into the category of comparisons. So how lucky one is to know this. If you have a question or if I'm not clear enough, please ask. In tradition, it's a lot written about detachment. But you see, everybody understands as he wants to understand. For me, it is to be detached a moment from the curiosity that the mind presents all the time. All the rest are useless efforts, I think. By birth, I feel that the mind is a natural tool to function. Since we are born, we have to function this life. And so it's a luck also, but unfortunately one forgets too much from where he came. So I indicate this moment where you could simply at times be from where all this comes from. Yeah.
I've heard you say to someone with their eyes closed, you're in a state, or...
It depends for whom.
I'd be interested to hear you say more about what it means to be in a state as opposed to just being that.
Good, yeah. What do I mean? I mean something, but it's very difficult to understand. So I ask you a question. When you feel quiet, when you close your eyes and you feel quiet, is it not, as I said, the opposite of the noise or the engagements you are in? Isn't it? Okay. So that I call a state, which was not there before. It appears, what a luck, but it disappears. So now, and here is very difficult to describe, yet we try. When I say at least sometimes, listen to that, it's not correct, but I have no other words to explain. Sometimes give yourself a moment of not falling into any comparisons. What does it mean? Don't touch your mind, just a sec. That is expressed this way. But the effect of that is that when this is obviously existing for you, when the noise will reappear, or the quiet moment, you will know that's a state. So you will feel for some reason, and don't ask me more arguments about it, you will feel that we thought a moment of being in the mind, it's always available, it's always there when you are not busy with the mind. So you will have no more search, because suddenly everything is clear. But you see, already to be aware of that, you don't need to push your quiet state, but don't have a belief there. Just know it's a state. In the manifestation, there is no way that it appears differently than with noise or with quietness. Yet I rest from where all this came. That's my real nature, that's what is indicated. Because like this you will not still believe or run after fixing your life with trying to be quieter and so on. You see, you know what is life. It has moments of this and that. More often of activity, sure. But you see, it's very difficult to speak, because at the same time, there is no other way to experience. Or you experience quietness, or you experience non-quietness, isn't it? So it's not that suddenly you will be somewhere beyond where there is no quietness and no non-quietness. That is the danger of speaking about that, because it gives like, oh, there is then something else. Yes and no. In the expression, you will know only quietness or non-quietness. But there is a moment of waking up that's the way one lives, but it's not to be attained. They are states, and in fact, if I can see that, I keep quiet from where I see that. But don't make it something else. I'm really sorry. It just shows the helplessness of the mind to try to understand. So in that way, it's very good.
It reminds me of a time I was sitting with a teacher in Australia, and there was a moment where I noticed if I put my attention on my heart, I could experience ecstasy.
Yeah.
And then I had a choice. I could just be, or I could focus on ecstasy. So maybe that's the difference between being in a state and just being, but I knew I had a choice to just be or to focus on ecstasy.
Okay. And what did you do with that choice today?
Today? Well, right now I'm just being...
What? If what you found out is not belonging to anything, to any circumstance, it has to be here, no? So I think very good you live that, but forget it as a reference. There is no reference possible, because then it's that reference is in the past. That's the beauty of it, you know, something which is always here, and it's obvious when you are not engaged with your mind. But not obvious as the mind thinks, obvious that because you see it's fixed and eternal. No, no. You know, it's a bit like, it's very strange, one thinks he's dreaming, and suddenly wakes up. How did you wake up? Tell me now. How? Nobody knows. But surely it can happen to everybody to wake up. Nobody knows. We can have some philosophy, some things, as I say, some directions. But maybe it's not that will make you wake up. You will just wake up by yourself. But the only thing, at least I believe that I can indicate, it's what it is not. No more than that. Just wake up. Knowing also that what we try to indicate has never been asleep. I think it's just to be freed from arguments and ideas and concepts. I tell you. Everybody will die in the same way. Whatever they have attained, it will die. So it's no use to run after an attainment. This has to be clear. This golden carrot of enlightenment, you see, it became like an attainment, the top of the tops of the top of the top of the attainment. I don't want to remove how amazingly precious it's to be liberated from the tyranny of concepts and experiences. But it's not because you attain something, really not. So, up to you too, and I give you the best wishes to wake up. And it can be just now. It doesn't depend on any knowledge or any purity or any belief. And if you don't wake up, don't worry, keep quiet. Yes. You take the mic? What? Okay.
Ganga.
Hello.
This year, many people came to teach me about manifestation, and I came to realize mind has a lot of power. The only thing is, like, I feel they also put new concepts and belief into my mind. Now I cannot control my fearful and negative thoughts. Then I feel fear they will manifest more. So I suffer from the power of the mind. And I wonder what you say about this manifesting. manifestation.
So did you hear me from the beginning?
I wasn't here at the beginning.
Ah. Okay. It's always the beginning anyway. So all what you expressed is where? All this where?
It's in my head.
Yeah, it's in your mind, yeah. In your personal mind. Because you run after some beliefs, you swallowed some beliefs more to remove and reduce some other beliefs. It's quite complicated and complex. So it's a balloon, it's a kind of something you carry. So what I suggest always is let it appear this way, but the rest will not be in that balloon. To really have a rest, to be unconcerned. Just don't look there. Where are you then? And don't answer me. So that direction, that may root out the belief you have that you have to carry that balloon. Here, there is nobody more talented or smart to attain anything. What a luck. It's for everybody. You don't need a special quality. You just, and who knows, maybe even what I say is not true. You may just want very much 24 hours to be free. Maybe even that, who knows. At least it was my madness. I don't know if even that is needed.
So if you want 24 hours to be free, you're gonna manifest that?
No. Because it's just here now. For that you have to be nobody. And when you are nobody, there is nobody to claim I am nobody. So, I'm very clear today. You want it?
The question just came up when you said, be quiet.
Mm.
What are you talking about when you say, don't worry, be quiet? The word quiet.
I don't mean that you have suddenly to be quiet. I mean, for like this, don't touch your mind. Like this. And if it is like this, it will not last. Because in time, it's not in time. And don't try to understand. I'm very clear, but don't try to understand. There.
Ganga, you always say it's not in time. Would you say mind is time?
Obviously. That's the name for time. The time, mind, same, space, same. This, that, ignorance, enlightenment, all that is mind. Just, unjust, wrong, right, white, black, in between, all that is mind. Realization, non-realization, all that is mind. But that even if what I say dies with me, I don't care. It's all mind.
So I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm always that.
Good philosophy.
Yeah.
You have, listen, this you have to find out yourself. Don't make it a belief. And it's easy to find out after you continue, but it's easy to find out. It's a simple experience everybody got, I'm sure. You see, if you remember how you were as a child and what you are today, if you base your belief of yourself as a body-mind, you are absolutely a different person. But absolutely. So what is this I which makes you, it's me? It's a wrong attribution. Of course, in the appearance, it's my body, it's my mind, it's my whatever. But actually, I is also free. But it's no more a personal I, it looks. Okay. That's the experience of everybody. So better to refer to this experience of yours than to say, I am not the body, I am not the mind, and it doesn't work. Or it can struck you, but then you will not ask a question after that. Yes, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, and I am the body, and I am the mind, and I am not the body, and I am not the whatever. You can continue endlessly. It's more true like this than just to say, I'm not the body and I'm not the
Right,
mind.
that is what I wanted to hear.
Okay.
Because, yeah,
Then you heard.
yeah, thank you.
Then basta. That's why I cannot repeat enough. What you hear in Satsang are directions. It's a way to try to root out a previous beliefs. Then of course it becomes then another belief. But if at some point you will wake up, oh, all that are beliefs, after all, I am already myself before this activity of beliefs, no beliefs, etc. is going on. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. It makes me always very happy when one keeps quiet. Where are you?
Yeah.
Hi.
These beliefs, also I mean, it's also the mind, but there's also unconscious beliefs.
Ah,
Like now I have a son, and I don't want to give all this shit to him.
yeah.
But like, we talk sometimes about, I don't know, need to say I'm a man, I know it already. And there are
He has
other-
to pass through that. He will become cuckoo if you start to tell him you are not the body and the mind. let him grow naturally, please. And it doesn't mean that you have to believe what he believes. But don't preach.
Sure.
Just be what you believe, and he lives with you, no?
Yeah.
So,
I just meant that it's important for me to do what you just said,
yes.
to not, I mean, to go or whatever, to see that I'm not these unconscious beliefs that I don't even see, maybe.
Anyway, it's... You understand yourself?
It's easy to see that I'm not the quietness, I'm not the mind, but also to see that I'm not the unconscious thing. Things you
But
don't
you see, wait,
Mm.
when you see I am in this context, you see I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, you say that to somebody. So of course, if you say I'm not the unconscious, and there is some clash.
Yeah?
So I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, it's not to somebody. It's just like telling, I have the good news from the beyond, you know, you are not the body, you are not the mind.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what I say, if it becomes a teaching, there will be some problem at some point. So it removed maybe many things, but in the end you remain with a tool,
Yeah, and that's the
and
one.
that troubles.
That's the one I want to.
You don't need to keep and
Remove.
to do anything. No, don't remove. You don't need to do anything.
Not even see it.
But if you see it, you are a witness again. Just trust that you are yourself. It will look, you are ignorant, it will look, you are a wise man.
I'm full of shit also.
What? The appearance?
Me.
You speak of not of Brahma,
Okay.
you speak of somebody. We are all full of shit. Who can say, I purify myself so much, I'm transparent? Some are a bit more saintly than others, but that's not a choice. They are born like this. It's not a result of anything. They are born like this. We are not a Sangha so much saintly, except a few. Some Sanghas, they pretend a bit more, but the pretension is not saintly. So anyway, forget about how you appear. You cannot help. You cannot help about that. You are born with certain shape. But when you know that, or through experience or you remember that you are not only this body-mind, that will make you wake up also, not to be too busy with, it's shitty and all that. Let that wake you up. Then it removes I would not say the drama of it, but it removes something. It removes the belief you have to work on that and so on. There is light and darkness, in this manifestation. It's like that. Is it okay?
Yes.
Even if it is not okay, but okay. Oops, shit. That's very good, by the way, Narayan. Thank you. So the mic has to be here. Yeah.
If there's taken place a certain event in life that makes you dysfunction already for a few years, would you suggest something else than going to satsang?
Could you repeat? Yeah.
If there's a particular event that happened in your life that makes you dysfunction already for quite a bit as a human being, do you suggest something else than being in satsang or not?
Here you're free. You're free. But include satsang in whatever you do or don't do. Yeah. Sometimes, one has to be helped in the manifestation also. There is nothing wrong with that. And come also to satsang. Yeah. Sure. Sure. What is very nice is just to know what you are doing. There is nothing wrong in doing or not doing. You just know what it will touch, the nature of it. And it's not because it is illusory in the eyes of nothingness, that you have not to do anything. Just know, as a person, I would like to at least be less obsessed by something of the past and whatnot, so you work for that, but you know then as in the psychology and all that, nothing wrong, in the contrary, why to suffer for nothing? And you know also the limits of it, but it has also its great value. And you come to Satsang for something else. You come just to forget that you are someone. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Just one thing maybe I will add. Know that when you work on the psychology, for example, it will help, hopefully, the person to breathe a bit better. It is not a necessary step to be more enlightened or to be. It has nothing to do. Even full of garbage, apparently you can be free. But your life will continue the same way, free or not. So you can do things. Going. Yogi. Going forever? Going forever? I still see you.
Forever.
Ah! Okay.
I'll see you Sunday.
Okay, okay. So what's the time after all? Oh no, it's okay. So.
We all know in life you would have,
I don't hear.
you would have difficulties and encounter problems.
Difficulties and problems. Who? You.
Everybody.
No, but speak of you. Yeah, I listen.
And at times like this, your mind just automatically jump in, try to solve
I-
the problem.
Jim, I don't hear well.
When you have problem or difficulty,
Yeah.
then your mind just jump in automatically, try to solve the problem.
Yeah.
And I find it's very difficult to quiet your mind.
But don't
situations like
quiet.
this.
Don't quiet it. If you like, you can just jump and solve or whatever, break your head about something. It has nothing to do with who you are. It's what you are in the life. It's all about the life. Of course, solve your things. Why not? Or go and live in a cave if you don't want. But it's your choice. Then it's personal choices. I never say keep quiet in front of a... There is a huge decision to take. No, I have to keep quiet. What? You sleep to keep quiet. Or You cannot sleep sometimes because of that. So what's the question?
Yeah, the question is a little bit like, I think in the Chinese Taoism, they talk about non-action. And
yeah, but who understand what they meant? They are not there to defend themselves, to hear bullshits about that. You know that you act in the personal life, or you don't act, all is good. There is no obligation. You do whatever you like in your personal life. There is no obligation. It's your choice. But you cannot tell somebody else, you know, the best is not to act. For you maybe, for somebody else maybe not. This is all personal. There is no wisdom there. There is a wisdom in life maybe, but there is no, it has nothing to do with what is said in Satsang. My master, he also didn't want to react when the partition was going on. It is his own master, the master of non-doing, non-action, who said to him, you go, face that, help your family, run away. Huh? Live your dream, he said, live your dream. So in the dream, it's your dream. You do whatever you feel you have to do. But don't teach others to do the same. Everybody does what he feels he has to do. Yeah? For example, if there is something in your life you have to solve, huh? But for some reason the search for freedom is more, then you will come to a point, so it's enough, it is enough, you see, it's enough. I first want to solve this. So, it's your own decision. And there was nothing wrong if that search was not becoming so essential at the time and you feel, oh, I have to react. There is no problem. There is no way, no guidance for life, especially here. You see, it's like a place, after all, there is a place for everybody where they can fulfill or hear what they need to hear. Satsang is the place for those who are born with that search, very strange search, but it exists. But who am I in fact? Without being satisfied with all the answers which are generally given. So that satsang is for those. At least there is a place for them. But it has not to be imposed on others who want something else. Something else will be good for them. It's just for the cuckoo ones like that. What to do? I mean, it came on you. So tell me, you go to a few satsang, no? Here and there. I speak to you. You come to a few satsang here and there, isn't it?
I only came to your satsang a few times.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, you go, so I forgot what I wanted to say. What did you hear? What did you hear that attracts you?
I hear there's a way for, so to say, bigger destination that I didn't know.
That there is a way
To a bigger destination that I...
you didn't know.
Mm.
Okay, and that bigger destination attracts you?
Of course, I want to freedom.
But to be a hero or to just, I don't know, to go up to what it leads you? What's the intention behind?
In the first thing, I want to live life easier.
Yeah, that's what I say. So that's more important. Go for it then. But I don't think you will find, I don't know, I am not sure that I can satisfy you this way. But go for it, sure. Then. You're anyway always welcome.
And I don't agree that Satsang is just for people who search for enlightenment or wisdom. I think there are people who want to act in life, realize their dreams, but to learn to deal with everything with an empty mind. So this is more powerful.
And I'm not against that, did I? Anyway, satsang, whatever goal or search you have, at least it gives a moment of silence or quietness, and that's anyway good for everybody. That's what I say. Welcome.
Ganga, I feel like I'm hitting a bit of a dead end because it seems like this whole spiritual search is my ultimate ego trip somehow. That, it's not coming from the right place.
What is not coming from the right place?
Like the whole seeking energies. Yeah, some kind of ego trip. In the end, it's like a desire.
Then you just drop it if you're fed up. If it annoys you, you don't need to go there.
But then what?
That is the one who is in it, who is asking.
Yeah.
Will you listen? Will you listen? What? You said yes. If you listen, you are again in that thing. Then what? Will you listen?
I listened to what you said before.
Okay. As simple. Thank you very much.